Hi Jessica, hi Aisha, hi Kumi. All right, let's just keep it coming. Then just get right into it. Good. So you're welcome once again, and then I'll just talk very briefly about tools to boost your year-end sale. I'll talk about the Flutterwave store. So the Flutterwave store is the easiest way for anyone to start an online business. So you want to start your e-commerce store, the Flutterwave store is the right platform for you, right? I've been here for some time and I've seen how people have used the Flutterwave store for different things. We started the Flutterwave store in 2020 at the peak of the pandemic, and we realized that people, there was a lockdown and people could not, go to their shops. They couldn't go to their stores, their physical stores, for business. So we created Flutterwave Store. So we made it easy for anyone who sells anything, right, to create a platform online where they can stock up their products. You can, upload your products, put the pictures, put the description, put the price as well. And once you have that, anybody who wants to buy from you can just send the link to them, or you can put it on social media. And all they need to do is go to the Flutterwave store, look at the item they want, pick one, all right, add to cart, make payments, and the delivery is handled by us. And then you get the package wherever you are. And that was the beginning of Flutterwave store. Now the store has gone way beyond that. We've improved on the store. Now you can use discounts of Flutterwave store to save your customers and to make them happy and all that. So Flutterwave store is just the easiest way for anyone to go online with their business. So you can, sell household items. You can sell, bags, fashion items, so many things, food, processed food, even food from the farm, right? So very easy. Then also, I also want to talk about some of the things that people use on Flutterwave store. I think one thing that I've found to be very interesting is the fact that lately we've just introduced what we call, store analytics. So with store analytics, we've made it very easy for you to, like, at a glance, you can see how your store is doing. How many products, people have ordered, how much you've made, how much you've had to, send to the shipping company they were working with. And talking about shipping, we also have a partnership with Delivery by Ship. Now, what happens is on your store, you just need to enable it, set up, shipping on your store. And the next thing is you put your locations. We already have the prices for each locations based, depending on where your customers are shopping from, whether it's Lagos, Nigeria, or outside Lagos, the price is there. You just need to enable it. And once customers buy from you, the shipping company will come to your location to pick it up, then deliver to your customers. Very easy, no stress. All right. But also beyond all of that, we have all the very important features on Flutterwave that we know that small business owners will find very valuable, like payment links. In payment links, you just need to, you don't need to name your account number. Just create payment link, send it to them. They will pay you in their preferred payment method, whether it's by cards or by bank transfer, whatever they prefer, they pay you with it. And one good thing is for payment links, you can also do recurring payment links. So if maybe you're not selling stuff, you're not selling anything physical, maybe what you do is you are a consultant, or like, for example, a fitness enthusiast, or a personal trainer. Now you can have recurring payments. So if your customer is supposed to pay maybe 50,000 naira every month or every week, depending on the frequency, you can just use the payment links and recurring payment links and just put it there and make it recurring. So when they pay the first time, it's you get a payment, and then automatically you get it every day, and on the other months for that particular payment. So we have so much more, but I'm not your main speaker for today. I'm just just here to make things very cool. I'm going to hand over to Jennifer, and Jennifer will talk about the 10 days sales challenge. So over to you, Jennifer.
Thank you so much, Rotimi. I'm so excited to be here today. I'm going through the comment section and I'm seeing all the fantastic guests and businesses that we have, from all over the world. And I think we have someone from Rwanda, if I'm not mistaken, or Malawi. I think I saw that in the
Yeah,
comment
I can see
section.
Alice from Rwanda. Yeah, Kigali.
Yes, I can see from Lagos, Osun State, Ogun State. I'm super, super excited. I'll just reiterate who I am again. I'm Jennifer. I'm the AVP for our small businesses here at Flutterwave. But prior to me being in Flutterwave for the past 14 years, I'm basically a saleswoman, right? I'm a salesperson, sales, business development. That's basically who I am. I like money. I like to make money, and I want to teach you how to make money this Christmas period. It's not all about this December Ember period. It's actually creating a systematic approach to ensuring that you have sales all year round. All right. Because I see a lot of times business owners, they take seasonality too personally. Now, with different tools, different techniques, and strategies, you will always be in sales year in, year out if you follow those principles. So, we've curated just 10 that we're going to be sharing with you today. And our utmost hope is for you to find yourself within each of these strategies. Very simple. It's almost like foolproof, for lack of a better word. But I assure you and I promise you that if you implement each, any, or all of these strategies that will be outlined today, you're going to come back to us on our Flutterwave pages and say how that translated into sales for you. All right. So let's go to the first slide. So the first is really just to welcome you. I typically don't like to say business owner or merchants, right? Because you are an entrepreneur. That's who you are as a business person. For you to start a company from nothing to be a pace setter is not easy, especially within this economic climate, not just in Nigeria, but globally, right? It's really, really difficult. And I always tell people having a job is hard, running your business is hard. Choose your hard. Yeah, you just have to choose your hard. There's no easy way here at all. So for someone like me who has always been 9 to 5 and I've always had a business, right? And I've run both of them pari passu, it gives me insights into how to be a better professional and how to take the professional structure into business. Because I've noticed that a lot of business owners, because they haven't really worked 9 to 5, don't understand how 9 to 5ers think from a systems perspective. We like structure, we like process. Okay, we don't just jump into things. We like to analyze, we like to think about it. So I want to tell you that I'm really, really excited for you. And I want to just give you a kudos for being an entrepreneur and being in this meeting. The second thing I wanted to do very cutely is I want you to go into the comment section, right? And I want you to write something. One is, what is the hardest part of being an entrepreneur? And what is the most fulfilling part? I want to read out maybe 1 or 2, 3 comments before I then go into the main presentation for the day. And finally, manifestation, like I like money. So imagine you just got a credit alert this morning of 100 million naira or whatever currency you're in. What would you do with that money? Because this is also a bit of a networking event. There are a lot of people in the comment section. You read a lot of things that would be inspiring. So I just don't want to talk to myself. So the first 3 comments or 5 comments, I will read it out. Okay, so Jessica said, what's hard is keeping up with the changing prices. Ooh, Jessica, changing prices. Is it of FX or is it of products or what? Jessica said, for fulfilling, when customers give me feedback about my outfits. Oh, that is so, so cute. Jessica, I'd like to know what you do with 100 million naira. So let's see what that goes. Bonnie, hardest is keeping up with your expenses. And most fulfilling is closing deals with good margin and prompt payment. Expenses. Hey, expenses is very painful, but you say always tell people there's no income without expenses. You're either going to spend your time or you're going to spend your money. So I see a lot of business owners spending more of their time. They want to do the Canva themselves. They want to do the accounting themselves. They want to do the inventory themselves. You are paying for it with your time, or you pay for it with your money by outsourcing it. So you have to make a choice. I believe that we should embrace expenses, right? Because they are just a real factor in business. Jessica said FX raw materials. Okay. Favor says juggling so many activities together is a Debbie Downer for her. Angel says the hardest part for me as a footballpreneur is customer retention. The fulfilling part is when I see the profits coming in. Footballpreneur, that's interesting. 100 million. I invest half, use the rest to hire hands for the business so I can scale. You weren't being specific, Jessica. What if an investor is in this comment section? You didn't come on strong. You're a business owner. You have to come strong, ready with your pitch. You can't just say you invest halfway and then use 50 million to hire hands. Please come and hire my hands. My hands are available for hiring. Investment by citizenship. Somebody wants to japa in this comment section. Okay, so I'll just read one last one before we go to the presentation for the day, because this is actually so much fun and quite interesting. If I'm given 100 million, I should be wise to go through process, getting better opinion on where. So now, my beloved people, when you go through this comment section, I haven't seen anyone that has told me what they'll do 100 million in a very structured way that would even be interesting, to be honest. So that just gives you feedback as a business owner as to elevator pitch. You need to have that very top of mind and be able to respond to it very quickly. Let's go into the 10 strategies for today. So please, as I'm speaking, right, I would really appreciate if you can drop comments in the comment section, okay? It's so important that we're able to discuss and interact. I don't just want this to be a one-sided conversation. I want it to be dual. So the first thing I'd always say that you need to, so you want to make sales, right? This Christmas period and into next year and just all year round. These are the 10 things I feel you need to do that are very important. Number one is you need to introduce yourself, almost like a reintroduction. And by introduce yourself, people want to know who you are as a business person. But one thing I've come to realize is people, business owners or entrepreneurs like to tell their origination story as opposed to their conversion story. What does that mean? Your origination story is, let me use Savour the Hick as an example. Hi, I'm Savour the Hick. I started my company 3 years ago. We're into high-end luxury unboxed perfumes. I started this business because I like to see people smell good, and I started the business. Now that's cute. That's an origination story. That's not bad. But when you want to go into a conversion story, let me flip it for Savour the Hick. So it will be a case of, hi, I'm Savour the Hick, and I love to make men and women smell good. Have you ever walked into a room or into the office and your smell is what introduces you? People are already able to say, wow, is that Jennifer walking in? That's the kind of experience we give you at Savour the Hick. Have you bought a bottle today? Make sure you buy from us. Now, that's a conversion story. Everybody wants to come into a room and they smell them before or after they leave. Right? So that's a story that when you tell people, are able to say, it's true, I need to even buy a perfume today. I want people to perceive me in and out when I'm coming into a room or out of a room. So a lot of business owners and entrepreneurs haven't crafted their conversion story. They've crafted their origination story. They know it by hand, how they started, why they started, but they're unable to tell their conversion story. Your conversion story takes your customers into that story. They have to be interwoven into that story. They need to see themselves in that example. And it will cost them to buy from you, sorry. That's why it's called a conversion story. So a lot of times, I put an example here, a testimonial from a customer. Now, that happens a lot today, but if you can recraft it by yourself, it's very important. So that is your conversion story. Please, on the comment section, I'd like you to write, give commentaries on everything that I'm saying. From introduce yourself. I'll move to number 2. Upsell or cross-sell campaign. Now, I always tell business owners and entrepreneurs, there is the 80-20 rule. 20% of your customers are fueling 80% of your business. It's that simple. Even in organizations, 20% of employees do the work of 80% of the people. That is just the truth. So I've come to realize that a lot of entrepreneurs, you have information on your sales, but I don't think you have information on your customers. Please, in the comment section, by show of hands, how many of you have a list or a database of your customers? And how many of you have segmented it by 20% of these customers are my top customers, these are my mid-tier customers, and these are my lower-tier customers? How many of you have that? Savour, do you have it? You do. Oh, sure, you do. So what's the purpose of this list? Okay. A list of, Felix says he does, and that's fantastic. Oh, Linda Agu does not have. Linda, you have to create that list. It's very important. all the events you've done, and you can use an RFM model, right? RFM means recency, frequency, monetary. Recency means in the past 6 months, who are my top customers? Or in the past 1 year. Some of you can go as far back as when you started. So use a recency R, frequency F, model. For the past 1 year, I want to get a list of people that I've served, who were the best in terms of, my experience with them. Categorize it. The purpose of this campaign is to reach out to that customer, right? And say, hi, Jen, how are you doing? Hope you're doing okay. Please, we're running this stuff. I know you like buying perfumes from us. I know you like buying shoes from us. I know you like this. Because if you're going to buy this, we're going to give you this, right? Cross-sell to your existing customers that already know you and have done business with you. For instance, Linda Agu is writing here that she's an event planner, right? Imagine an event planner reaching out to you, someone that has served you in the past. You ran events for me in the past. And then you come and say, hi, Jen, how are you doing? Please, I'm also selling perfume, so just in case you don't know. Or I also sell bags, so just in case you don't know. Or I also provide advisory services, so just in case you don't know. So that you can... I didn't know. I only experienced you as an event planner, but now I'm hearing that you do that because I enjoyed my experience with you as an event planner. You can sell something else to me that is unrelated to event planning. I don't know if you understand where I'm coming from. So please put your comments in the comment section. Next slide, please. So if I want to just repeat from that upsell and resell, there's a part I wrote here that a lot of business owners don't understand the art of customer retention and cross-selling. So you've sold to Jen once. Jen can buy 50 other things from you if only you know how to re-engage her and retarget her. So it's very, very important. One customer, it can be a power customer for you. So don't look at any customer as one-off. You keep doing lots of marketing, getting so many leads, but you're unable to retain the ones that you have. It's so important that you try to re-engage your top 20%, provide them other services that are not just in your portfolio. And because they know you, like you, and trust you, they'll want to buy from you again. So this number 2 strategy is very important. Number 4 is build relationships. Build relationships for me is such a very sensitive topic because I've come to realize that a lot of entrepreneurs and business owners, they are so mechanical. I don't know if you guys are seeing this trend on TikTok of human beings acting like AI. Have you seen it? Where they're doing as if they're AI, right? I think that's what I'm seeing in the ecosystem, where a lot of entrepreneurs and business owners are acting like robots. Hello, ma. Good afternoon. Payment received. You see your order now. Take care. Goodbye. I'm confused. If I just say hello, I'll just say a broadcast. Hi, welcome to Chinenye Associates. Dudu, how can I make payments? Go to GTB. Very mechanical. In fact, I think you need an AI to handle your responses. Build relationships. If someone messages you on what they call it, on your DMs, hello, ma. Oh, hi there. Good afternoon, ma. How are you doing? Pleasant day today. Well, how would I want to help you? Be human. I think we're losing our human touch because of AI. Are we going to be AI? No, we shouldn't lose our human touch. How you engage your customers matter a lot. Now, I want to ask you to do something, right? Reach out to 50 people, 10 people per week. If you do 10 people per week, that is what? That is 5 weeks. 10 people per week, if you even do 2 a day, you're fine. Reach out to your customers and genuinely ask how they are doing. I'm talking about your top 20%. Last week, I bought over 150,000 naira worth of diffusers unplanned. Why? Because my diffuser vendor called me and said, Jen, I saw your Instagram. You just had a baby. Oh my God, Jen. I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for you. I don't really have much to give, but I have a little, little diffuser that I can just give just for your baby. I'm like, are you serious? In fact, I never have diffuser. Give me 5. And that's how I bought. Why? Because she genuinely called me to ask how I was doing. How many of you have just reached out to your top 20 customers for no reason? A lot of their information are on their Instagram pages or on their WhatsApp status. How are you, ma? How are you doing? How are the children? I just called to say hello to you, okay? You are not selling at that point. You're just calling them to say hello. You're just calling them to say hello. Don't be too salesy. It's later on that you can then message them, give them an irresistible offer, give them a hook, and then they'll potentially buy from you because they already know you. So please, this is a relationship business. I buy from who I like. I buy from who I trust. That is just life. There are some people that no matter how many mistakes they make, I'll still buy from them because I like them and I trust them. So it's really important that we shouldn't act like AI or act like robots. This is very, very important. Someone says she does it on a daily basis. Now, leverage WhatsApp. There was something interesting we did in my former life. We wanted to run a very personalized campaign. WhatsApp status is actually my Instagram. A lot of people like to post on Instagram, but Instagram is very public for me. On WhatsApp, I've already curated the people that I want to be seeing my status. So if you're seeing my status on WhatsApp, I like you. You're my friend. I consider you a friend. I want you to see my status. So WhatsApp is very personal and people deal very personally on WhatsApp. So imagine you reached out to 5 to 10 of your friends to say, my sister, please help me post this flyer of my business, okay, on your status. Why? Because Jennifer has a specific target audience. Rotimi has his own target audience. Everybody has people that are looking at Rotimi's status. So please help me just post this my flyer and this link and just write something nice about me. You have to have at least 5 to 10 friends you can ask that favor. Because your WhatsApp real estate is called your WhatsApp real estate. It's empty. Like a lot of people have, it's like gold. You know how real estate is like land? It's gold. So try it today. Reach out to a few of your friends and say, please, post this my new products on your WhatsApp status, even for 10 hours, even if you won't stay overnight. This is the link to my WhatsApp so that when the person sees it and wants to reach out to you, they'll click on it and buy. It's a very personalized experience. And I will just give a bit of what's the word, with relations to this. Black Friday is coming and a lot of people are under pressure for Black Friday. I tell some business owners, you don't need Black Friday. Some of you are premature for Black Friday. I think people just think Black Friday is just, okay, goods I'm not selling. I haven't sold in a whole year. Let me just give it out and get my cash back. You need to think more long-term. These strategies I'm giving to you are things that will take your business for the next 15 years. You'll keep doing it. It's very important. So please leverage WhatsApp today. Reach out to 5 of your friends. And please, for every strategy that I'm listing, implement it and tell us how it went. If it didn't go well, we'll try again. But these are things that have been tested and trusted and it works. So if I send it to Rotimi, please post this thing on your status and Rotimi post it. Because Rotimi is the one posting, a lot of people want to just buy from that person. So this is something that you should think about. Next slide, please. Number 6 is an online trade fair. What does that essentially mean? As a business owner, as an entrepreneur, there are other business owners and entrepreneurs on Instagram, on different platforms that you work with and you admire. Savo the Hick sells perfumes. Rotimi does events. Jennifer does hairs. Who again? Aisha Husseini does processed food, right? Imagine all of us promoting an online trade fair. Think about it. Just imagine it. Civil. You can drop your comments on the group, but just imagine that we did that, right? We just said, let's put 5K in our ad accounts amongst 5 of us, all right? Let's promote this trade fair and let's all come on live. Do you know what that happens? We're able to cross-pollinate all our followers, cross-pollinate all our content. People that used to buy hair from me will buy perfume from you. People that used to buy perfume from you will buy roasted fish from Husseina. Everybody, we are cross-pollinating, and that night we're going to make sales just amongst the 5 of us. It's a creative way to make sales this period. It's a creative way to make sales this period. So it's something we should think about. Number 7 is audience expansion. A lot of us have been serving a particular niche. It's time that you expand out of your niche. Meaning if you've been selling to bankers or if you've been selling to, certain kinds of people, or you've been focusing on just one channel, it's time to think omni-channel approach, meaning I sell on Instagram, I sell on WhatsApp, I sell on TikTok, I sell on Facebook. You can't leave any channel sleeping right now because there's sales from each of these channels. I know it's difficult to manage all these accounts and all these pages, but at the end of the day, we're looking for utmost visibility and we're looking for sales. So it's important you think in that direction. All right. Next slide, please. In conclusion, I'll just round up these three objections. The most unhappy customers or the ones that did not buy are your greatest source of learning. How many times have you ever, please be honest with yourself, have you ever gone back to your DM to someone that didn't buy from you and say, hello, madam, trust you're having a good day. You wanted to buy this thing from us 3 weeks ago. Can you please tell me why you didn't buy? And the person tells you, you guys were too late. You were responding too quickly. I didn't feel, you will get some insight that will make you turn that customer into, turn that person that didn't buy from you into a customer. So that objection, I think we don't like taking feedback too. I think we really don't like, we feel like we're so fantastic. We don't like to take feedback. So it's important you go back and ask, why didn't you buy from me? Why haven't you bought again? Because there are some items that we sell that are utility products. These are products that people need every 1 month, 2 months, or 3 months. So it's been 6 months, you didn't come back to me. Was my price too high? Were we not polite? What was the issue? Get feedback and know how to handle your objections better. Number 9 is payment plans. A lot of times we've not created structured payment plans for people. Someone came up to me and told me to pay for a course, 100K. I'm like, 100K, I don't have 100K right now. She told me you can pay 30K for it right now. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's fine. Do you understand? And I was able to make a commitment. So how many of you have implemented a payment plan? A payment plan, very critical. And finally, due to time, ads. There is no income without costs. These platforms, WhatsApp or Meta, Facebook, Instagram, the whole 9 yards, are enablers. They are tools to drive marketing. So think of your business like a funnel. There are leads, right? Then they come to you to engage, and then you have to activate them at the bottom. So when all these leads come, you have to be ready like a goalkeeper to what? Catch the ball. You must spend money on ads. So you will get organic leads, people that come to you organically to your page. You will have people based on referral, people that were told to come to you. And then you have inorganic, people that don't know you. So you need to be ready to engage them. So I know we've run out of time on my own end. These 10 strategies that I've shared, I hope it was very useful to you. I trust that you would implement them, and I trust that you'll come back to us for feedback. And please do not forget to use Flutterwave tools, Flutterwave services in order to drive your business growth. Thank you so much. Rotimi, over to you.
Wow, thank you so much, Jennifer. Can we just, react with a clap? Jennifer, thank you so much. This was very good. Um, you can really see the salesperson in you. Thank you for talking through all of this, and I'm sure we have a lot to learn. And I know some people have a few questions about if we're going to record this, is this going to be available anywhere else? Don't worry, it's been recorded, and an edited version will be uploaded on our YouTube channel. And I've put the link to the YouTube channel in the chat box. So please subscribe if you haven't, so when the video comes up, you'll be able to get the notification. All right. Thank you so much, Jennifer. So now we're going to the fireside chat with Winnie Consola. Winnie Consola is the owner of Savor the Cake. And then she sells perfumes, lovely perfumes. And yeah, by the way, she's doing sales on some of them. Wait, why am I not talking about all of these things? Let's talk about it, Winnie Consola. So I have my questions for you, Consola, right? And by the way, please, if you have questions, right, from Jennifer's session, you can put it in the chat box. Not chat box. I meant the Q&A box, not chat box, the Q&A box. So put all your questions there. And while we're speaking to Consola, Jennifer can begin to answer some of the questions, live there before we get to the Q&A session. All right. So, Consola, are you ready? You look ready. Me, you're wearing blue. So, yeah. All right, so I'll start my own questions, right? And then if anyone has any question, we'll just go to them as well. So for the very first question, right? Please let me know if you can hear me clearly. Can you, Consola?
Yeah, I can.
All right, sweet, fantastic. So first question, in your experience, as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, what are some of the common challenges small businesses face in an attempt to boost their sales, especially during the festive period? Should I go over that again, or it's fine?
Yeah, I think it's fine.
Okay.
I think, okay. So I think the very first or I think is I think this is a no-brainer. I mean, the very first experience would be career services.
What services? Sorry.
Career, career
Korea. Okay,
services.
okay, okay, okay.
Yes, yes. Because I mean, it's the festive period. Everyone is trying to shop. People are trying to buy stuff. It's literally gifting season. So I think that's one major issue that small business owners, face, especially during the festive period. And I also think pricing is
Okay.
also another challenge. Pricing of items, in the sense that during the festive period you want to bring in new stuff, because I mean it's the festive period, people want to gift out things, so you don't want to sell what you've been selling from like January all the way
Mm,
down to December. So you want to bring unique stuff, and you have to think about how you want to sell it to your customers, and be sure that they would buy them, right?
yeah.
So yes, so I think those two are major.
Okay. I
Yes.
have a follow-up question actually. I
Okay.
know you already said something about that, but the follow-up question is, what are your recommendations to handle such challenges?
Okay. Firstly, I think media budgeting. So I mean, if you're starting your business at the beginning of the year, you have goals, you have things you want to do for like the whole rundown of the year. So by mid-year, you're already thinking of, okay, Christmas is coming, December is coming, I want to do this, I want to do that. If you used to sell a particular kind of product, so I would give myself my business as an example. I sell unboxed designer perfumes, right? And so these perfumes don't come like with the packaging and the outer packaging and all that. So they are basically for end users, like people that want to use. They're not buying it as gifts or any of that. So if I'm trying to think of how to boost sales for the festive period, say December, I could think about other things that I could do. Maybe buy maybe these mini perfumes, the ones that come in the box, like gift sets, and try to find a way to budget in my budget from like the middle of the year, and start thinking of suppliers, contacts, how to get those things. Also, I also think another recommendation is running polls, like running polls, asking customers, do you think you would like this? You don't necessarily need to tell them that you're bringing it in, but just to know that if you're going to sell this thing to people in December, they are going to buy it. So running these polls would help you know if you should even try or not even bother. Then for courier service, I think mid-year is enough time to figure out how you want to serve your customers in December, because you can partner with a courier company. You can talk to them. I know it's the middle of the year, so it's still like a very long time till December,
Long
but it's
time.
something that you
Hmm.
can plan. Yes, it's something
Yeah.
that you can plan and work on. So yes, so I think those two recommendations.
Okay. All right. So very quickly to the next question. Um, Sometimes people tell us to participate in trade fairs, but some of these trade fairs cost too much money. Now the question is, how do you maximize your participation in a trade fair so you can make money to cover any expenses you might have incurred?
Okay. Firstly, I think I don't know what word to use, but I attend trade fairs a lot. No, well, not a lot, but I've attended a couple of fairs over the years. And the major reason for me personally, as you know, running my brand, because my brand is a strictly online store, right? So
Okay.
me attending trade fairs is it's my way of meeting offline customers, because I don't have a physical store. So by attending these fairs, I get to meet offline customers, and I get to meet offline customers. I get to advertise my products and market it in so many other ways. Um, Sorry. So, the question is, how do you maximize your
Your participation
participation
exactly, so you can
in, okay, make
um
more money to
to make
cover
money
the
to cover
the
any
cost of it.
exactly.
Okay, yes. So, I think if you're trying to go for trade fairs, I think you should put your mind on 50-50. Like, you should be able to take risks because you don't know the kind of audiences that will be coming. So you're not sure, but you should be able to budget. For me, I try to think about, okay, this year, I know some brands that they organize trade fairs like every year. So you can, have your budget that, okay, I want to attend this fair this period, and if you've been attending, you have like a price range of what you want, of what it costs, and the goods you want to sell, the amount you want to make. And also, I would like to say something. It's not Sometimes it's not necessarily about the profit. I'm talking from my own perspective now. Sometimes it's not
Okay.
necessarily, I mean, it's good, you want to sell, you want to make profit, but you should also have it in mind that you're meeting people that you've never met before for the first time. Some people actually come to my stall, they don't buy, but I have like my card. I tell them, okay, if you don't like anything here, you can always still shop online, and I give them where
Online.
to shop and all that. So, and I would make sure to tell them I can always give you recommendations. So everything, we are not limited to what we have here. We just don't have it here, right? So yes, pretty
All right.
much.
All right. Before we go on, it's a little bit noisy from your end, your consoler. So, the
Um.
noise is kind of overshadowing your
Okay.
voice. I don't know what's causing the
Uh.
noise. I don't know if it's a
Hold on.
fan or it's a,
No,
okay.
it's not fun.
But if it's
Um.
nothing that can be resolved now,
I
we
don't.
just go on.
I.
But I can still hear you
Okay.
though.
Okay.
All right. So, next question is now. Be very honest. What is your take on giving out discounts for year-end sales, and how do you do it effectively without losing money? Because everybody's doing year-end sales, they're
Black.
doing Black
Okay.
Friday.
Um.
Because some Black Friday sales, you
Well.
see, they will mark up the price, but they'll say because they're
No.
doing Black Friday, they'll just give us 10% discount to the original price.
Price.
All right, so
No. I don't think.
yeah, let us
I know
know.
people do.
What's your
I know.
take on giving out discounts here?
Okay, I know people do that. They don't put the initial price, and then when it's time, I can't even do that because my items are just too much. They are too much to even do that. So I think what you should first do is, I think you should have like an insight of everything that you have first, all your items. You should know the ones that you can, that if they go on sales, if you put them on sales, you're not. I mean, if you're selling something on, if you're putting something on discount, you're definitely losing a little out of that. So you should also be very open minded about, I'm not making I'm not making
Mm-hmm.
this particular amount of sales this period. So it's like you're selling stuff in bulk in just that period. So I don't think everybody can, I don't think it's every business that can run discounts during the at the end of the year. But if you must do it, you need to be sure that what you're putting out is not they're not inferior goods. Because I also know that some people, because it's the end of the year, they want to sell out all of their stuff before the
Yeah.
new year.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I think you should actually just give it out rather than, or if you're going to sell it, you should mention it that this is the reason why this item is going on this price, and they don't sell just because you want to just sell, just because you want to sell items on sales and all that. Yes, so I think you should. Discounts are good. Everybody likes discounts, no matter how small. But you should be able to balance it. You should be able to balance it, and you should also have an insight on. I believe if you're starting a business, well, depending on how long you've been in the business, but over time, you already know how your customers react to your sales. You know how much. if you're doing 5%, you know how people turn up for the 5%. If it's
Mm-hmm.
10, you know, so you should be able to study how people buy and
Study the
what people
trends, yeah.
buy. Yes, and what people buy. What people buy is also very, very important. You need to know what it's not necessarily about the discount. Would they even buy? Because there are some products that even if you put it on discount, people will still not buy it because they just don't
Mm-hmm.
like it. So you should
Or
be
they
able
don't need
to
it.
know.
Yeah.
Yes. So you should be able to target the timing. Timing is also very important. Like
Yeah.
you can target like towards the end of the month. Like you know that's
Mm.
salary week from like the
Salary week, yeah.
25th. So you start shipping it in. We'll be running sales or discounts by this. I mean, you don't need to give them all the information, but I mean, someone that's been trying to buy something from first of maybe January, and from like 25th, you're already hinting that, oh, and that item is still available. You're already hinting that, oh, we're having sales. I mean, it's going to be ringing in person. Okay, this item I want is still available, and now this person is trying to run on discounts. I will just wait. And a lot of people are also thinking that way. So it just it keeps building like that, like that, like that, and before you know it, your sales are up. You sell, and if you're able to make like a like if you get enough people to buy at that period,
Price. Yeah,
I
period.
don't think you should be thinking about, oh, I made this profit, this amount of. For some people, they only buy during sales. That's the only time you see them. They
True.
only
Yeah.
buy during
Black Friday
sales.
uncle.
So they only buy during sales. I've I've noticed some people. But it's not an
You
issue.
have that
It's not an issue.
segment of customers.
No, no, it's not like that. I just it's not it's not. I don't think it's an issue. I mean, you buy what you can afford, right? So I don't think it's an issue. But if you know that you have people like that, it's not. You don't have to hurt your pocket because you want to make it. So if you make that amount for like if you make whatever amount you're making on that discount, I don't think you should remove any profit. I don't think you should
Okay.
remove. If you're removing any, I don't think you should remove so much because you've already taken out something. So you just see it as you were able to sell to this amount of people at this time. So you just have you take what you sold. You just write it out and know that, okay, you don't have these items anymore. They sold at this price. If you're bringing them back up, you know that, okay. From there, you even know the items that
That you need to bring back
move.
up.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
So,
All right. Thank
so
you.
I think that's it.
So, just to mention again, if you have questions, please kindly put them in the Q&A box. We'll get to them very quickly. Then again, Moyikon Sola, I'm not done.
Yeah.
Now,
Okay.
for people who do 9 to 5 and run small businesses,
Businesses.
what is your advice for them to maximize end of year sales? Especially given that most 9 to 5 are usually the busiest during this period.
9 to 5. Okay. I think for people that work 9 to 5, they already have like a timeline of how they do things. I mean, you're leaving your house by 9. Sorry, you're leaving your house before 9. You're not back till like 5. So if you're going to have to do that, I think you should. This is my own point of view. I think you
You,
should probably get maybe an operations manager or somebody that can, because you don't want to lose so much. I mean, you already have something that is taking so much of your time. So I feel like you can, delegate to people that capable hands,
yeah?
right? So yes, just because you don't want to lose out. I mean, you still want to have your 9 to 5. You still also want to make sales. So I think you can. I mean, I don't think it's everyone that can afford that, but if you can, and in a case where you can't, I think you should just um, schedule your your time on, okay, maybe I'm on break, I want to do this, I want to put this out. And also I think I would also just say that the Flutterwave store is one is like the easiest thing you can actually suggest, because everything that anyone is doing is online. when someone is
Yeah.
buying stuff, when you put products up on sale, right? And you're at work, you don't necessarily need to follow up. Oh, what do you want to buy? Do you want this? Except they are asking for recommendations, and that's where maybe
Conditions
the the um the operations manager will come in. But if
coming.
what you're selling is not something that you necessarily need to explain and explain and explain, and you already have your store, I'm pretty sure you will not have any issues with that if you have a 9 to 5, because all they're just doing is shopping. And as you're
Yeah.
getting the
Yeah.
emails, when you have the time, you take note of what people are buying, and when you get back home, you know, draw. I think I used to have a 9 to 5, but that was like so many years ago. So I'm going to say what I did, right? Like I said, my business has always been strictly online. So
Online.
what I used to do is every morning I take stock of items that I have, right? And that time I wasn't even using my Flutterwave store yet. So I take note of all this stuff that I have, and then when anybody buys during my work period or whatever, I just note them down. And when I'm back home, I do my, I take the orders, I do this, I do that, and just leave it out for delivery the next day. The
Pick. Yeah.
rider does not have to meet me. That is also another. That is also another example of delegating
Under
things. He does
yeah,
not need to
delegation.
see me. And before then, you already inform your customers. They don't need to know that you work in 9 to 5. To be honest, you
Yeah.
just need to be very prompt with your communication. You tell them, oh, you get it within. So you give timelines too, not time bound deliveries. Time frame. Okay, you're going to get it within 24 to 48 hours, and you should make sure that yes, they would get it at the time that you're saying that they would get it. So for 9 to 5, I don't really have so much, because it's not something that
No, it's fine. It's
I'm
fine. No, it's fine. It's fine.
okay.
Just one more question. One more question. Now,
Okay.
very briefly, because we've gone beyond time.
Oh
Um,
yes.
what are your best tools for maximizing sales in the Flutterwave store? And you can give examples
Um.
of tools that have come through for you on Flutterwave store.
Hmm. Okay. So I think the first one is the announcements slash messages. I really like that, because when you go to my Flutterwave store, that's the first thing you see. It's me telling them the delivery time frames, because my my business is I only use my Flutterwave store. Every other social media page that I have is just for showing what I sell. But if you're going to buy, you have to buy from my store, right? So I believe anyone that goes on the store just wants to buy. And if you need recommendations, send DMs and all that. So the fact that they are saying that they don't need to message me to ask me, oh, when would I get my package, or when am I getting my package? Once you check the store, that message is already, it's there. I also like the fact that there are different payment methods. Not everyone likes to input their card details, and the fact that
True.
we have card option, USSD, the transfer option, we have the bank
Yeah.
as well. So they
Bank.
have
Yeah.
different, yes. So customers have different options, payment options when they want to
Except
buy.
they don't want to pay you. They have all the
Except
options.
exactly.
All
Then
right.
I think okay, there's a new feature I really like as well. So I have a lot of products on my Federal store. I like the fact that when an item goes out of stock, there's an option for the customer to, you know, to get informed when the item is back
When
in.
it
So I
is
don't
when it's
necessarily
back in
need
store.
to, yeah, I don't necessarily need to
Yeah.
message a customer and say, oh, you wanted this item in February, it's now back in stock. Once you click on it, there's a pop-up message that shows you that asks you get a prompt to, if you want if you want to be informed that this item is now back in stock. So when it's back in stock, you can just buy it just straight away.
All right. Thank you
Yeah.
so much, Consola. You've been very helpful. Thank you for your answers. Um, We have just 3 questions left in the chat box, so I'm just going to take those questions. One says, I think this is particularly to you. Says, can you introduce a reliable courier service to me, please? But before you consider answers, I mean, if you're using Flutterwave, store, we have an inbuilt partnership with a courier service that's reliable that our merchants use to serve their customers. But if you aren't using Flutterwave, what else are you using? I guess so.
I mean,
I mean, come back to the winning side. So I would recommend you sign up on Flutterwave, create a
yes.
Flutterwave account, create a Flutterwave store, put your items there, then put what's it called now? Enable the shipping option.
Shipping,
All right.
okay, yes.
Sure. I think what I will do is I will send a video to the chat box on how to get started with ship. Right. Also, maybe you can help here. Someone said, how do I make sales on Flutterwave during this Black Friday?
Okay. That's Aisha Hussein. Okay, how do you make sales? I think the discount code option. You can get creative with your discount
Companies
code.
of all
You can make it fun. I don't know, just something very catchy, and create whatever code you like, and you can give your customers. I don't know if I'm answering this correctly. How do you make sales?
You actually
I
answered
think
it.
the
In
discount
fact,
code,
I
yes,
just looked for a video. Yeah, discount code. I'm just about to share a video
yes,
on how to create discount
discount code.
codes. Right, I just shared that video now. On how to create discount codes on your Flutterwave dashboard. All right. So final question here is, I don't know if it's possible for one to operate 2 different store accounts on Flutterwave. I'm going to answer this. You cannot operate 2 different store accounts on Flutterwave. You can create another business on your Flutterwave for Business account, and on that account you can create another store. But in one business account, right, you can't have multiple stores. Just one store per account. Jennifer, I'll let you know if you have any final words that you want to share. While I look for the video on sheep for someone had a question on courier service. I'm just gonna get that video shortly. But Jennifer, do you have anything that you want to add?
Rotimi, you're asking me if I have anything I want to add
Exactly.
to this specific question on delivery or in general?
No, to the entire conversation actually.
Well, nothing much to add. I think Oyintola covered all the different elements of the questions that were asked, and she answered it really properly. And also it's been very interactive and engaging so far. So that'll be my only contribution for now.
All right. So I found a video for, I think I've forgotten the lady's name who was asking about how to set up a courier service. So this video talks about the courier service that we have on Flutterwave and how you can set it up. Just put it in the chat box now. How do I create a business account on Flutterwave? Hi Esther. It's very easy. Just go to app.flutterwave.com to create an account. I just put it in the chat box as well. So app.flutterwave.com. Rema said you were asking a question. What was your question? If your question was on the chat was not in the chat box, we may have missed it. But yeah, I think we actually have to end now. We've gone way over time. It's just end by 1 o'clock. And we've gone way over time. Yeah. So thank you everyone for joining today's webinar, today's workshop. I'm sure you had a lot to learn. I'd like to have a big thank you to our speakers. Thank you, Konsala Badu. Thank you so much, Jennifer. We had a lovely time, listening to both. And thank you for all the amazing ideas you dropped for us, Jennifer. A lot of knowledge, a lot of ideas, nice ones. And Konsala, thank you for your time, for the answers to the questions, talking from your experience as an entrepreneur. I know it's not easy to be an entrepreneur. It's hard. Like Jennifer said, working at 5 is hard. Being an entrepreneur is hard. Choose your hard. Right? So thank you very much. And I wish everyone a lovely weekend. And please, all that you've learned, we hope you put them into practice. And you're certain that if you put them into practice, you would definitely have, you're not in church, but you have testimonies. All right. So thank you very much, everyone, and enjoy the rest of your day and weekend. Bye.